Hey, what's going on? This is another episode of the Reporter Vlog for June 27th, 2025 on the Friday. Once again, Donald Trump strikes again, which isn't nothing new. It's always something with him. He just lives in another world. Lives in another world. Oh, this. All right, I guess we're ready to go. Hopefully this works out because cause his lives have been going crazy lately. But let's get right into it though. I can always redo this. Like I said, Donald Trump strikes again, and that's and the judges pretty much the Supreme Court pretty much just gave him even more power than he already has. It's unbelievable how you just get to a place where you don't see the point. The guy's a felon, and you give him more power to do what he wants. But let's get right into it, though. This is brought to you by the AP, as far as my credits, uh, with the story written by Mark Sherman 5 hours ago. Mark Sherman. In the United Conservative majority of the Supreme Court ruled Friday that federal judges lack the authority to grant nationwide injunctions. But the decision left unclear whether President Donald Trump's restrictions on birthright citizenship should soon take effect in part of the country. Outcome represented a victory for Trump, who has complained about judges throwing up obstacles to his agenda. Nationwide universal injunctions had emerged as an important check on the Republican president's effort to expand his executive power and remake the government a source of mounting frustration to him and his allies. But the court left open the possibility that the birthright citizenship changes could remain blocked nationwide. Trump's order would deny citizenship to U.S. born children of the people who are in the country illegally or temporarily. Hmm. It is now returned to lower courts, where judges will have to decide how to tailor their orders to comply with the higher court's ruling, which was written by the Justice Amy Coney Barrett. Enforcement of the policy can take place for another 30 days, Barrett wrote. Even then, it's unclear whether the court's decision could produce a confusing patchwork of rules that might differ from the 22 states that sued over the Trump order and the rest of the country. Justices agreed with Trump's administration as well as President Joe Biden's Democratic administration before it. The judges are overacting by issuing orders that apply to everyone instead of just the parties before the court. Judges have issued more than 40 such orders since Trump took the second took office the second term in January. The administration has filed an emergency appeal with justices of many of those orders, including the ones in birthright citizenship. The court rarely hears arguments that issues major decisions on his emergency or shadow docket, but it did so in this case. Federal courts, Byrd wrote, do not exercise general oversight of the executive branch. They resolve cases and controversies consistent with the authority Congress has given them. When the court concluded in the executive branch it has acted unlawfully, the answer is not for the court to exceed its power, too. The president, speaking in the White House briefing room, said the decision was amazing and a monumental victory for the Constitution, separation of powers, and the rule of law. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer of the New York wrote on X that the decision is an unprecedented and terrifying step toward authoritarianism, grave danger to our democracy, and a predictable move from this extremist MAGA court. That's what it is. Justice Sonia Sotomayor, writing in dissent of the three liberal justices, called the decision nothing less than an open invitation for the government to bypass the Constitution. This is so, Sotomayor said, because the administration may be able to enforce a policy even when it has been challenged and found to be unconstitutional by the lower courts. The administration didn't even ask, as it has in other cases, for the lower court